snipers. PT-76ers are rolling in. Oh, shit. Run. Keep the front armor. Holy shit, did you see the turret fly out? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here. So we're going to be taking a look at a tank that you guys, a vast majority of you, said was the best tank of World War II. Which is an interesting notion in my personal opinion, but that's the beauty of it. Hey dude, what do you subjectively think is the best tank of World War II? Many people are going to have different answers. But regardless, you can see it had a crazy amount of votes in the video Kaput I did a while back. So, but here we are looking at the Panther, which is an amazing tank. It does play very, very well. Now, this bad boy we're going to get to see in action. So what are the strengths of it, right? Well, the German tanks always seem to do very well with firepower. I mean, you look at the Panzer IV, once it got the 75, very, very effective. Very good hitting power, great, right? But the weakness was armor. Generally, within the tank itself, you have to balance three things in the tactical environment, right? But see, we're gonna get to the next level, which is why I think the Panther was not the best tank of World War II. But that's my own personal opinion. But so yeah, mobility, firepower, and armor. The Panther is really, really good. It's very mobile. But I would say it's not very mobile in reverse. So you know there's that. The firepower on this thing is insane. It's got a very, very nice slope. 55-degree slope as opposed to the Russian 60-degree slope. But there's something kind of interesting. That the Russians did not prefer to use the German tank. But that's more because of its the limited strategic use it had. Especially given how Russians, you know, fought with their tanks and kind of their tank doctrine of sorts, and honestly, armored vehicle doctrine in general. But this bad boy, it's fun. Within War Thunder, it's great because you don't have to worry about reliability or the lack of supportability, producibility, or even strategic mobility that the Panther lacks. If you were in charge of Germany during World War II, if you were in charge of Russia during World War II, or anyone that fought against these things or with them, these things, you know, German tanks were not very reliable. They broke down. They're very finely engineered, but that means they're very, very specific. Germans tended to over-engineer their vehicles. So these things would break down, and they were hard and expensive to fix. Plus, they were extremely specific in their engineering, which is what made them so good for short periods of time, but very hard to deal with in the long term. But yeah, I found it interesting that you guys said, most of you, many of you, said that the Panther was the best tank of World War II. But you know what's interesting, getting off that argument, is the fact that we have a Russian premium. We have a Russian premium Panther. If you look at over here, do you see any T-34s? We have a KV-1B, which is kind of cool. But as far as captured tank goes, we have a Churchill. We got a Churchill before we got a T-34. Honestly, the Germans should get a captured T-34. And there's actually a few other versions. Oh, that thing's sexy. Speaking of Panthers, look at the Coelian. Man, those 30s are just... Oh, it's so fun to shoot things down. That's my favorite SPA in the game, based off the Panther chassis. Very good tank chassis. But yeah, the Russians didn't really like to use Panther tanks. Different kind of fuel, different radios, so it's difficult to communicate. Generally, you'd have to build, you'd have to use multiple captured Panthers or enemy captured tanks because of differences in radios and all that jazz. See, all the strategic big picture elements that most of us miss because we're like, this thing is amazing, and it is. And now it's a Russian tank. But yeah, the Germans used T-34s a lot. And don't you find that interesting? Russians didn't use very many Panthers for their own reasons. Germans did use, I mean, they used them, but they didn't use them. They used them as kind of like last resorts oftentimes. And then, you know, you've got your Germans using T-34s, but look at this little bad boy here. That's the Flak Panzer T-34R. That's basically more or less a whirlwind on the top of the Panther. And doesn't that look gorgeous? Furthermore, the Germans even mounted an 88 millimeter flak gun, which were some of the early guns that they had to use to counter T-34s. And the big French heavy tanks at the beginning of the war, because a lot of the Panzer IIs and Panzer IIIs just couldn't do shit against those kinds of things, but they had to use this flak gun. But yeah, so those two would make great premiums too. That'd make one of arguably the best German SPAAs, because if you look at the Wirbelwind and the Ostwind, those are based off of Panzer IV chassis, which is very boxy, thin armor, no real sloping at all. So it's definitely easier to take that thing out, whereas the Flak Panzer T-34R, that thing would be great. But yeah, so the Germans actually had a decent amount of captured T-34s, at least with the 76 millimeter gun. By the time T-34-85s were being pumped out, the Germans were generally in retreat. But I find it interesting that they're like, see, I always have these little criticisms. Do I like this? Should the Russians have this? Absolutely. But I usually disagree in the order at which things come out. I'm still a big proponent of what the hell, man? Why don't we have a Char B1, a French Char B1 as a German premium? I mean, that thing would be amazing. But, you know, I digress. But like, why aren't there German T-34s before, or at least at the same time, of this Russian Panther? Because this Russian Panther is a beloved tank amongst the German tankers in War Thunder, and for good reason. It's really good. It's just really good, flat out. Oftentimes, you'll encounter issues where you have overpen issues. You'll rarely have lack of penetration issue with the Panther. And this bad boy only has stock rounds. The Panzer 39-42, well, that's not the stock round, actually. And then a high explosive round. So you only have two options. So we check out this bad boy. Let's go with the Panther. Oh, man. Yeah, actually, that is pretty much the stock round. Is it even on the Panther D? Yeah. So the stock round. I stand corrected, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not as much of I've never really been a huge Panther tanker. I usually hop around. I wouldn't say I'm a huge any tanker because I have to hop around so much because of the request series and looking to entertain you guys with variety. But anyway, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Russian Panther. The T5, as it was. So TV, the television, nope, it's the T5. Yeah, but I would say that more T-34s were used by the Germans than Panthers were used by the Russians. Although I'm sure the Russians did capture quite a few. Ahem. Makes you wonder. They had the best tank, but you know they had all these issues. Discuss that. That's what's fun. That's what I love about this. Is like no one can really be right. You know, there's so many. It all depends in how you're looking at it. But I tend to be a macro strategist, so I guess I would probably go with an American or Russian tank doctrine as opposed to the German tank doctrine. But you know what? I'm not in charge of a country. Ladies and gentlemen, let's check out some action with the Panther T5. The Panther tank, the one that you guys said was the best tank of World War II. Now, in Russian hands. Tiger sighted. Damn, the transmission soaked it up. Oh, shit. Our transmission soaked that up. Shit. Tiger down. We are all kinds of wrecked though, and that guy got shot, I'm pretty sure, from the side. Oh, 10 seconds till we're up and running. Yeah, these guys are getting shot at from the side. So in 6 seconds, I'm gonna move over yonder. We have no one on that flank. Oh yeah, that was definitely a flank shot. Oh, Tiger. Damn it. That's the worst time for artillery to come in. Ammo racked, son. Traitorous Panther is running amok. The Tiger Killer. Oh, we got... Is that a flak? Fuck me! Oh, that guy's dead already. It's a whirlwind. Damn. Panther. Dead Panther. Dead German Panther. Moving in. Moving in. Come on. Don't let me down. Nope. Not today, son. Oh, that would have been bad to snapshot there. Alright, that tiger's still there. It's really disconcerting. Is he alive? No. He just seems like he is. Oh shit. We got another one. Another one. Dude, this Panther is going off. He is doing work. Oh shit. Shots fired. What was that? Okay. Nice little flat Panzer. Nice and low to the Groja. You're getting flanked, son. Ow. Damn, was that my... Shit, get in this hole. Hide. Gun breech is damaged. I don't know if we're gonna survive this. Oh, yes! How are we alive? How am I alive right now? The things that have happened so far, and we've survived them. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Not again. 4 seconds. We're back into combat. We're 1 kill away from an ace. I love urban maps. As I've said it a few times before. Oh shit. Urban maps are my second favorite behind the new desert maps. What was over there? Or is it dead already? Did IS-2 kill it? Yeah. Burning tiger. Oh, here we go. We need to back up. This is a... Okay, he's not like sitting on a hill or anything. We're going to be moving through the wreckage. Closing in on the enemy. SPA is being dropped. Too close for us to drop artillery. But it's pretty much a rout at this point. They're going to have to counterattack from behind us if they're going to have a chance. ME-410 killed a P-51. We're looking for that last kill to get that ace. But given things as they are, our team's closing in on the spawn. And I think the only enemy tanks that survived were the ones that went on the far east and are actually closing in on our spawn. Yeah, IS-2. I was like, ooh, something's moving around, but it is a friendly. Plus, there's some, there's a lot of enemies in the air too right now that I can see. Peshka is surviving. If I was them, I'd try to sneak and get A right now, but how many are left? Not enough. Oh yeah, just the spawn. I don't really like camping the spawn. I hate when it's done to me, so I try to avoid doing it to the other team. But I mean, hey, it's a Panther. This bad boy is a Panther. It's nice. You gotta love the Panther. Armor when it first came out, I've always liked it, but it never seemed, you know, back then when I wasn't as much a veteran of tank warfare as I am now. By no means the best. Oh yeah, there's definitely shots being fired right here. BF-109 crashed. We're just moving as fast as possible because last guy I saw was over here on the map. And I'm hoping I might like intersect someone's like route towards Bravo maybe. M4A3. I mean, this looks like another win for the good guys though. Yeah, it's just spawn. What is that? Dead tank? No, he's capping. I think we just snuck up on a tiger. IS-2, it's me. It is your comrade friend. Is this a tiger? Oh shit, we need to rotate the turret. Where is he capping from? Getting shot up by my own team. Traitor! Oh shit, dude. This is nerve-wracking. Where is he? This is the 5th kill though. Stop capping. He's gotta know we're here then. Unless he pulled out. Unless his pull-out game is strong. It's a Panzer IV-H. Did he die? Where the did he run? Yeah, he died. Damn, that would have been it. Hello, friend. We have captured the zone. Dude, that guy did a pretty good job, though, ninjing. Mission accomplished.